back to Beaglington-On-Sea, and welcome to the Halloween special for 2025. Yes, Beaglington-On-Sea is back. Yes, hello everyone, and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. It's the end of October. We're in the very end of spooky season, and we're coming up to the new festive period after that. But as you can see, we've got the happy Halloween decorations up. There's a few spooky things around, I suppose, and a few things that scare people. But it's time to run some trains, I suppose. So we're going to put old Smutpuss down onto the railway. I'm going to take off his hat though, because his head is a little too small for it, despite the length of his body. Right. You want to get down? No. Well, we need to run some trains. I'm going to take these shades off now. Meow. Yeah, a bit stuck to me. Meow. You go. There. Now, make yourself comfortable somewhere, Smutpuss. Good. Perhaps this way. Make your space on the window. Right, anyways. You want to take a cape off his voice with this, okay. He just wanted to dress up for a little bit. So he'll put those back on later, I imagine, won't you? Not on video though, he doesn't use it on video, you've seen how he looks now. Boop. Right. So, I guess we're back. Beaglington-On-Sea is back. We will have episodes. We're going to have October. Obviously, this is our Halloween episode. We're back. We're going to have another episode or two out in November. And then, obviously, I'll be doing videos in December. And, yeah, we'll just have some normal episodes of Beaglington-On-Sea. Alex at the desk has been brilliant looking after the channel. Hello! And, obviously, I've been incredibly busy as well. So, yeah, a big thanks to Alex for doing all that. He had hurt his wrist after all, but he's fine now. My wrists are fine. So yeah, we're going to run some trains, and you know, hopefully all will be well. Like I said, we've got more episodes of Beaglington-On-Sea planning on coming up, so everything has kind of come back around to how things should be. And I'm looking forward to that Christmas period as well, because I've got kind of lots of things to sort of fix, open, do with Alex at the desk. That's hopefully all going to work out. I'm probably not going to do the full Advent thing like I did last year, because that was ridiculous. Loads of work. I started quite early on it. Like, was still catching up with me, and you know, it was great fun. I had a brilliant time doing it. But you know, we'll have lots of videos. It just won't be like every single day. Or will it? I don't know. No, I don't know. We might do it. Who knows? After all, that's Christmas. But right now, it's Halloween. We're not having Halloween on Christmas. Right, so we've got some trains to run and some fluff to remove. Smutpuss is already decorating the railway. So, where's my little yellow controller? I put it down and then, oh, it's over here. Right, so we've got the danger train set. Turn on the lights. And we can get that going. It'd be nice to see it run around the railway, the proper railway, and see how it fares. And then I've got a Class 60-60012, and that's got some EWS wagons, so that will be hopefully going around the railway. And then I've got the brilliant LBSC E1, the Emo E1, as it were, the black one that I got from Rapido. And Smutpuss is busy tearing up buffers. Can we run some trains, Smutpuss, or are we going to knock something else in? No. Well, okay. Let's see. And obviously, I have to press that way to get it to go that way, because it's sort of busy back to front. The TNT wagon is off. I hope the TNT wagon doesn't cause any trouble today. All the weather, because apparently there's some foggy weather on the way. Literally, the first train of being back at Beaglington-On-Sea. Let me turn the camera around, like. Literally the first train of being back, like seriously. I mean, he's still going. No, I think he's stuck now. Let's just give him a bit of help. Right, so that train is now on the way. I can actually increase the speed from here as well, which is quite good. So I'm going to leave it on a medium speed. I think there's something off with that hazardous waste bag. It seems to be causing a bit of trouble. Anyways, it's, like I said, we're just trying to get these trains running before the fog sets in. You know, these mists that roll in hauntingly. So, anyways, as I was saying, I've got the brilliant Rapido Emo E1, number 110, and that's got an empty fish-bound train that's going to head down to Liquid Harbour. So, we're going to get started with the train running into Smutpuss. Well, there you go, the play trains, great train, can't run over the cat, just runs into it and the cat is not bothered. So there's another plus point for that. And we'll start off the EWS train. Or we would. Hopefully it will get going. There we are. So, let's get some footage of these trains running. I think it must be haunted, or perhaps we have gremlins. Do you want to think about moving, Smutpuss? Honestly. I mean, it's barely made it round the circuit, but I think we're going to have to rescue this train. Are you tearing up the cliff? Smush, what'd you take the train over for? I'm not sure how that's happened. Bad track work inside the tunnel, I'd say. We seem to be caught on something else now. You see the firebox float there, though, there. Seem to have developed an issue with points, and I'm not sure why. It's not had this problem so far. The points are set correctly, and he just doesn't want to take the turn. It's like the wheelbase is too rigid. That's a shame, considering how expensive this model was. So there's a bit of an update for you on the Rapido E1. It just doesn't seem to like my track work, and seems to fall off the track. Well, it can stay over there for now. And while I was busy sorting out the E1, this has somehow happened. Obviously, Smutpuss has knocked the sign off the station that stopped the danger train. But I mean, I have no idea what's gone on here. Tell you this is gremlins, or I'm cursed or something. Because, yeah. Right. Right, well, we seem to be getting haunted by running errors, problems. I can't explain it. So we're going to stop the trains there. We're going to turn off the power because Alton Hall's had a conundrum. And turn off the E1 there. Very strange with the E1 because I didn't have any problems with it before, but I found that if I was reversing along this bit of line here, now there does appear to be something stuck to the track, that might have caused that derailment. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. Glue maybe, but over in the tunnel, for some reason just kept derailing in the tunnel. There's maybe because the track work's not brilliant in there. And then for some reason at the point over there. So I don't know if it's a problem with the second radius curves, because it navigated the S here fine. So yeah, anyone else having any issues with their E1 when it comes to this sort of thing? Anyways, the empty vans have made it to the harbour, so that's something at least, they'll be able to put the fish in them. And I'm going to hand over now to our dear old friend, Alex at the desk, who's got something on his desk for us. So, take it away, Alex. Yes, thank you, Alex. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the desk with me, Alex at the desk, and a happy Halloween to you. And I've got under this newspaper a project to be working on today, and I hope it's going to work, but we'll find out. And it is a Blue Lemur King. So, it's a bit worse for wear. I bought it on eBay, relatively cheap. And yeah, it's got a few issues. So I'm going to turn the camera around now, and I'll show you the state that this thing is in. Come on. So here she is, the Blue King, King Charles II. And yes, she's in a bit of a state. In fact, that tender's actually ended up the wrong way round in between shots. It's got a load of damage on the tender paint there. The paint job is atrocious. Someone's tried to paint like pink over the top of it, or red perhaps, to try and make the lining look different. And it's not worked at all. It's ruined it. I can't get that paint or felt tip, whatever it is, to come off. I've got, it's purple down here. It's got purple marks here and here. This is not great, but hey, it was cheap on eBay. The motor seems to be pretty good. It goes around anyways, and the wheels seem fairly clean, so I'll probably just lubricate that. And then the wheels at the front might need a bit of a clean, but it seems all right. We seem to be missing a rear traction tyre, but that's okay because I have some traction tyres. So hopefully I'll be able to sort that out as well. And there's a connection here that someone's created with a sort of hoop soldered onto there. So hopefully it works, but we'll see. I've got to dust the thing off as well. So I'll just get the dusting brush and give it a quick dust off. Now I know that these obviously wouldn't have lasted very long in a clean condition. In this livery, they probably would have got very dirty very quickly, being a light and a blue livery. Looking a bit better already, just looks a bit less ignored. Hopefully now that will do. Now, I've got traction tyres here. They look too thin to me, but these are intended for GW King class tender, so they appear to be the right kind. I just want one. Put that back in there. So we've got some spares. They're from Cheltenham Model Centre. And we have to turn this over again and find where it's going to go. So we're going to hook this over the wheel. And it's really weird because the wheels on this tender have holes for rods, which is odd because obviously they're not going to have rods on the tender for this. I don't know why everything keeps going out of focus. We lost it there now. So I actually decided I would take it out because it's taking too long, although I seem to have lost the tyre that I was planning on installing. So yeah, but it's kind of funny, like, so like there's holes in the wheels for rods. Yeah, well, for crank pins, I suppose. Right, let's get a new wheel thing, new tyre, and we can try this again. Come on, there's one on this side. I want just any of them. There we go. I heard one fall out there. There we are. Right. So we're gonna try and install this onto here. We're going to install this now. We're going to hook it over there, or over here like this, and we're going to roll it on. And that is the tyre in place, hopefully. And hopefully it will stay there. So now we just have to put the thing back together. Right, I think that goes in that side. Right, so I've actually majorly confused myself here because, you see, I stepped away from the model and then came back to fit the tyres. So I've got 3 tyres on here, and yeah, I think I'm only supposed to have 1. And I also seem to have installed my motor backwards. So now I've got to take it out again and turn it around and remove the wrong tyres, but I can add them on to the other king at the same time, even though it doesn't really work. Right, that was utterly pointless. Now, I'll keep that aside for later, after I finish filming, to fit tyres to that one. So now, that's clean, I guess, tidy. You can have a look at the body here. Is, like I said, purple. We've got these wheels. I'll probably do with a bit of a clean up. And other than that, it's not too bad. But I wanted to clean up these rods a little bit. I'm going to see if my brass spinny thing will do it, because it looks a bit rough. So we did have some newspaper here to put down. Alright. So put this down here to make sure we don't get dust and dirt everywhere. And I get my tool. That looks pretty good. I can't really get in at that inner rod. I don't want to take that apart. We've got to oil these, I suppose, when they're ready. Just going to clean the wheels a little bit. Not sure which side it picks up from. Looking nice and shiny now, and seems to go around lovely and free as well. That's helped the cleaning up here as well as helped the slide bar. So I'll make sure I oil all of that, and now I guess we can put this on here and put it back together and see if it works. And also notice that the front coupler is completely bent. So let's see if we can bend this back into shape without breaking it too much. There we go. That wasn't too difficult. So now we can pop that on like that. Pop that there. Find what I did with the screw off of that is somewhere around here. Yes, there it is. So we're going to put the screw into there. And the tender wheels look pretty good. I think I need to clean those. Line that up so it screws in. Lovely. Now we just have to oil her. I have to say, once that rust has gone, it's certainly looking a lot cleaner, a lot better. Dabs of oil there and there and on there. Just to make sure we're going in. Oops, I'll put that back on in a minute. And we get a bit of oil there, there, then there, and there. And then just going to pop a little bit of oil onto the axles. And we'll pop a bit on these as well. And I would say now that that is ready to go onto the railway. Weights. We've got weights to go in it as well. How do these go in? That way around. Yeah, there's no weights in the other one. Makes you wonder where I might have got these weights from, eh? There we are. Right, now. How do you make that sit down flush? Is there something that's keeping that up at the front? Swap these around. Let's see. There we are. So that's the Lima King Charles II, number 6009, and I'm going to hand that over to Alex, and he can go and run it on a train. So thank you for joining me at the desk, and I'll see you a little bit later on. Yeah, so Oíche Shamhna, everyone, and back to Alex at the railway. Yes, thank you, Alex, and we have King Charles II on the track, number 6009. It's joined by D5579, my BR Brown Class 31, because I thought if we're going for sort of light coloured experimental liveries, that would do quite well. And I've got a late BR 56XX or 66XX6671 pulling a branch train. It's got a maroon B-set coach and 3 milk wagons. So we'll start the big engines off, film them, and then send that down the branch, and hope we don't have quite so many problems as with the E1. So, right, let's see if the King works, which would be interesting. I've put it on the older controller. I'm going to turn up the power, and nothing at all. What do we get a nudge? Well, then you just need to get running in. So, we'll get the Class 31 running as well, and we'll get some footage of those trains going around, hopefully without too much incident. There's a slight problem with the Class 31. It's just sat there growling at the entrance to the tunnel. And it's really annoying because I did actually test that this would work before the video, but it's not working now. The king has just left its train behind. It just uncoupled mysteriously all by itself. Yeah, I think we're going to need another rescue engine. Well, that's going to cause some severe delays. Don't you know you're not supposed to go beyond the platform edge, Smutpuss? Seriously? I don't even know how that happened. Right, well that could have gone a bit smoother. But the branch train has also made it to its destinations. That's something. Henry has rescued the train and brought the passengers back to the station safely. And King Charles has had a bit of a disaster. I can only assume that the rear coach came uncoupled while I was filming the branch stuff, and the thing is, it hasn't run into the back of that coach that's on the flap. So unless the front pony truck got derailed and clipped the side of the Skellig's painting, and that knocked it down. Anyways, that will all need resetting. So, before the final run of cranes, we'll hand back over to our man at the desk. It's Alex. Yes, anyways, yes, welcome back to the desk. I've got one last thing to show you at the desk before we end this episode, I suppose. It's behind my back. It is, in fact, this coach, which I got off of eBay, so I'll turn the camera around and we can have a look at it at the desk. So here we have a coach at the desk, and it's a rather lovely repaint of a trying operating mail coach. So I picked this up on eBay for £3.50, and it's got the levers on the bottom, but I don't have the track to make it work, which is a shame. But, you know, the levers do seem to work. They move backwards and forwards, and they open the bits they're supposed to, I think. So there goes that. And presumably, once it hits the thing, it closes. And then this side, whoop, drops it off again. And it's a pretty good job. I don't know what XP106 means. I don't know if that's accurate to an actual coach. Something I'll have to look into. But yeah, it's a really nice little coach. It's got original style sort of trying split plastic axles, but it's all very clean. There's no rust or anything like that. The wheels seem to go around well. I just saw it on there, and I think I've been watching it for quite a long time, and I just went, actually, do you know what? I do really want that. You can see on the bottom here, it says blurry R23 trying, made in England. And there's not much more I can say about it other than it's a really lovely repaint. You can see the original sort of running number impressed on the plastic there. It's a very smart looking thing. It's quite a good job. Looking suitably weathered, I suppose, on the top. I don't know what this stain is, but hey, you never know. It might be semi-realistic. And these coaches are really weird because they've got these sort of staggered gangways, which is a bit odd because like the things that they're going to be connected to wouldn't have a gangway in that position. So presumably there's a second coach or two that went with this kind of coach in real life that would, you know, work with the side-on gangway rather than central. But yes, it's a very nice thing. I shall have to get a normal one. Perhaps I could write to Santa and say, can I get a normal one? Because then we'd have a pair of them, which would be quite cool. I don't know about getting the operating apparatus because there's no way of installing it on the railway, I don't think. But yeah, this is a pretty short section at the desk. But yeah, no, a really nice little model. I'm going to give that to Alex now, and he can put it with something Great Western. Find another coach to go with it, perhaps. And yeah, get that running. Looks like it'll be quite a smooth runner anyways. Yeah, no, £3.50. You can't go wrong, can you? I mean, it's pretty impressive. So yeah, I think I did quite well with that purchase. Let me know what you think. You know, does it look right in this livery? I think it's very cool. And yeah, it's a neat little thing. Anyways, actually, I've got to hand this to Alex for that last brand session, but I've actually got a job to do down at the station. Believe it or not, me, Alex at the desk, I'm being allowed to drive an engine. So, I'll see you later down at the station, and I'll hand back over to Alex now. Yes, thank you, Alex. It's a lovely coach, and I've got it coupled up to the rather lovely 040 kit bash that I bought as well, of a Prairie onto 0F chassis. So that's my Great Western train here with a Collet Railroad brake coach. And then on the middle line, I've got a train of things that kind of, not necessarily scare, maybe irritate people. So obviously there's Death, there's the Santa Train's coffin wagon, and the pumpkin wagon as well, because it's Halloween. And then a circus wagon with a clown on the side, because some people find clowns scary. And then the Happy Birthday wagon, because some people find getting old kind of scary. And then I've got the JPGR van, because some people find the idea kind of scary of being forced to listen to the Beatles quite a lot. I love the Beatles, but apparently some people really don't. And then Christmas. Some people find Christmas a bit of a, it's more like a hatred thing, more than scary. I just thought it'd be fun to add that in. And then it's being pulled by a LNER locomotive or a GNR locomotive, the J50, but in British Railways livery. But I've got a northeastern livery brake pan, because some people really don't like it if you run stuff that's not prototypically accurate. So it's a bit of a mess of a train, but it's a bit of a fun train at that. So I'm going to get those running, and then later on, Alex at the desk is going to get to drive the danger train. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're going to get these trains running. So hopefully, I don't have quite so many issues as we've been having the rest of this episode. You know, it seems to be a bit jinxed. Come on. Everything was working yesterday when I tested everything out, so... Right, I'm getting the J50 going. Well, at least that one started off. And this one's out of the tunnel, so I can actually try and get it going. Right. They're both stopped. Anyways, I'll get some footage of those running.
I don't know if you can hear that, but this particular section of track appears to be sizzling. What does that even mean? The J50 has been stuck over there and it's just suddenly started moving. But the track is like... sizzling. And everything seems to be humming very loudly.
Do you remember what you're supposed to be doing? Yes, I'm going to take the train and get the TNT. Right. You better be careful because the bridge is out because there's been an accident. So you mustn't go beyond the station or into the tunnel. Yes, I know. Anyways, goodbye. We must be being controlled by a ghost. We're going towards the tunnel. Right. Well, I think I'll just stop that there. So yeah. I guess Alex has some bridge building work to do, I suppose. Well, anyways, that was the explosive finale. Anyways, yes, hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know it's not been perfectly smooth. Things could have gone a little better. Obviously, I haven't been doing some like proper running in quite a while. Everything was working before, it's not working now. So obviously, before the next episode, once again, I'm going to have to faff about with the electrics and see what's causing everything to behave so miserably. But that's the end of Beaglington-On-Sea. The end of this episode, anyways, the Halloween special. And hope you have a lovely Halloween. And as we head into the winter, don't forget to wrap up warm. Thank you very much to everyone who tunes in, to everyone who likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. And don't forget, if you haven't already, you can subscribe with the subscribe bubble, and you can find more videos with the playlist thing. So yeah, and don't forget to tell your friends, get more people to come and watch me, because, you know, might brighten up their winter a bit. It can be quite dark. Anyways, I'm off. I've got too much to do. So until next time, ta-ra. Probably have to go fish Alex at the desk out of the river now as well.